The woman sat at the open window and looked out upon the peaceful and well known scene. It was June and the countryside was looking its best. The leaves were fully out but had not yet lost the sweet light colors of the early summer months. The scene was indeed beautiful because of its lovely colors, for the form of the land itself was rather without interest. There were no highlands and no lowlands to break up the great plain which went on and on for many miles. The place was dependent upon the little things to make it interesting and pleasing to the eye, having no great land masses to hold the eye and the attention. All those little details were well known to the woman who watched from her window on that June day. She knew just how much growth had been added to the plants under her window since June had last come and gone. She knew just what would appear from each part of the ground round the house, when to expect it and how to care for it. Her knowledge of the countryside and of her own little piece of land had grown up naturally within her during the 15 years that she had lived in that old stone house. It was quite a small house with two rooms looking out on to the road and two bedrooms above. It was simple and plain, but it met her needs and the needs of her small family. The first of her children, a boy, was at school, and another hour would pass before he would return running along the little road that led to the house. The younger of her children was a little girl, and the woman could see her at play from where she sat. She was a happy, healthy looking young girl of 8 with the lovely natural coloring that results from good food and enough of it and good clean air. While the mother sat at the window, she was not thinking either of the loveliness of the countryside or of the healthy color in her children's faces. Those were the things that were part of life itself, and they were the things in danger of being lost forever if once she and her little family left there. They would never return. Of that she was certain, and it was of that possible going away that she thought so seriously as she sat by the little window on that peaceful June day. Father had been offered a good position in the city, and while he said that he would do whatever she wished in the matter, while he left it to her to say yes or no, he desired very, very much to take up the position, and she knew that this was so, nor did she think him wrong. He had, she knew, a good, quick mind, a mind Dad was never still a mind, ever at work on some idea or another. On the long nights of the long winters, he would read his books and work out ideas and plans, and in the mornings he would go off to his work, which made no demands at all upon that clear mind. His voice was never heard speaking against his work on his way of life, but because she loved him, she knew that deep inside him was the desire for something more than that easy, peaceful life gave him. A month ago, two gentlemen from the big city had called at his office in connection with some business, and out of that call had come this offer of employment at a rate of pay that would offer them great advantages. There would be money for better education for the children, which was a big consideration. On the other hand, thought the woman, the good health of the children might be lost if they lived near the city with no fields to play in, no river by which to fish, no well known friends. Her brother's children were very weakly, and they had been brought up in a big town. On and on went the thoughts. Father had said that she must be the one to say yes. She told him that he must be the one to say yes or no. He would think of her and say no. I must begin to sort our things out, she said. Father must have his opportunity. He has worked so hard for it. Full stop.